Do you feel very scared when you try to speak? Do you study new words every day but forget them when you talk to someone? This is a very big problem for many students. You study alone in your room, but you still cannot speak. You feel sad and frustrated. But do not worry, because today I will tell you how to change this. I will share a true story about the friend who helped me learn English. I promise that after listening, you will know exactly how to practice speaking without fear. You will see that talking can be very fun and easy. Before we start this amazing story, please hit the subscribe button to the English Flow podcast. Your support helps us make more simple and clear lessons for you. Now, let us begin. When I first started studying, I was always alone in my small room. I had a big grammar book and a small dictionary on my desk. I read many pages every single day, and I wrote many new words in my notebook. But I had a very big problem. I never opened my mouth to speak. I was too afraid of making mistakes. I thought people would laugh at my bad pronunciation. I felt very shy and very quiet. One day, I went to a coffee shop near my house. I wanted to drink some hot tea and read my grammar book. I sat at a small round table next to the big window. Then, a friendly man walked into the coffee shop. He looked at my grammar book and smiled at me. He said hello and asked if he could sit at my table. I felt very nervous, but I said yes. That day, I met David. He was the friend who helped me learn English. David was very kind, and he talked very slowly. He saw that I was very nervous and afraid to speak. He told me that he also wanted to learn a new language. He said we could help each other every week. I was surprised because I never had a language partner before. David asked me simple questions about my life, my family, and my hobbies. At first, I only gave very short answers. I said yes or no. I looked down at my hands because I was too shy to look at his face. But David did not laugh at me. He waited patiently for me to find the right words. He told me to take my time and breathe. He said that making mistakes is a normal part of learning. His kind words made me feel a little bit better. I realized that speaking with a friend is very different from reading a boring grammar book alone in my room. After that first day, David and I decided to meet every Tuesday and Thursday. We always met at the same small coffee shop near my house. We ordered hot tea and sweet cakes. We promised to speak only in English for 1 hour. During the first few weeks, it was very difficult for me. My brain felt very tired after just 10 minutes of speaking. I forgot simple words like apple or window. Sometimes I used the wrong verb tense. I said I go to the store yesterday instead of I went. But David never got angry with me. He gently corrected my mistakes in a very nice way. He always smiled and said I was doing a great job. He told me that my pronunciation was getting better every day. Because of his positive energy, I started to look forward to our meetings. I wanted to learn more words so I could tell him more stories about my week. David taught me that learning a language should be fun and not boring. He told me to put my heavy grammar book away. He brought small storybooks to the coffee shop. These books were for children, so the words were very simple and easy to understand. We read the stories out loud together. First, David read one page. His voice was loud and clear. Then I read the next page. If I did not know how to say a word, David helped me. We laughed a lot because the stories were very funny. We read about talking animals and magic forests. Reading together helped me see how words fit together in real sentences. I learned new vocabulary without memorizing long lists. I also learned how to use emotion when I speak. David showed me that reading out loud with a friend is one of the best ways to improve pronunciation and build confidence at the same time. Another great thing David did was introduce me to English music. One sunny afternoon, we went for a long walk in the park. He gave me one of his earphones. We listened to classic pop songs and soft rock music. The singers sang very clearly, and the melodies were very beautiful. David printed the lyrics on a piece of paper. We sat on the green grass and read the lyrics while the music played. We sang the songs together loudly in the park. People looked at us, but we did not care. We were having too much fun. Singing helped my mouth get used to making new sounds. It helped me understand the natural rhythm and flow of the language. I learned many common phrases and expressions from those songs. Every time I heard the music, I remembered the new words. David showed me that music is a powerful tool for learning. David also helped me practice my writing in a very simple way. He said we should send text messages to each other every single day. He told me not to worry about perfect spelling or perfect grammar. The most important thing was to communicate my thoughts. In the morning, he sent me a message saying good morning and asking what I ate for breakfast. I typed back that I ate toast and drank milk. In the evening, he asked me about my day at work. I typed short sentences about my boss and my tasks. This daily texting habit was amazing for my brain. It forced me to think in the new language every day, not just on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I learned how to spell common words correctly because I typed them so often. Texting with my friend made the language a normal part of my everyday life. It did not feel like studying anymore. Sometimes, we went to the supermarket together to buy food. This was a very special lesson for me. The supermarket is full of new vocabulary words. David pointed to different fruits and vegetables and asked me to name them. We walked down the aisles and looked at the boxes of cereal, milk, and bread. We talked about the colors, shapes, and prices of the food. If I did not know the name of something, David told me the word. Then he asked me to repeat it 3 times. We also practiced asking for help. David made me ask the shop worker where the sugar was. I was very scared to talk to a stranger. My heart was beating very fast. But David stood right next to me and smiled. I asked the question, and the worker understood me perfectly. I felt so proud and happy. That day, I learned that real life is the best classroom. As the months passed, my confidence grew bigger and bigger. I stopped feeling scared before our meetings at the coffee shop. I stopped translating every word in my head before I spoke. I started to think correctly in English. This was a huge change for me. David noticed this change and told me how proud he was. He said I sounded much more natural and relaxed. We started to talk about deeper topics. We talked about our dreams for the future, our past travels, and our favorite movies. I could explain my feelings using new adjectives. I could tell long stories using the past tense correctly. I realized that a good friend does not just teach you words. A good friend gives you a safe space to grow. David gave me the courage to make mistakes and learn from them. Without him, I would still be sitting alone in my room with a boring grammar book. David also taught me a very important lesson about listening. He said that listening is just as important as speaking. When we talked, I had to listen very carefully to understand his questions. At first, he spoke very slowly for me, but as I got better, he started to speak at a normal speed. He used common slang words and idioms. If I looked confused, he stopped and explained the meaning to me. He told me to watch his mouth when he spoke. This helped me understand how to form the sounds with my lips and tongue. Active listening made my ears very sharp. I started to understand movies and television shows much better. I could hear the difference between similar words. David showed me that a good conversation is like a dance. You have to listen to the music before you can take a step. Listening to my friend was the best practice I ever had. One weekend, David invited me to a small party at his house. He told me that his other friends would be there. I felt a cold panic in my stomach. I was comfortable talking to David, but talking to a group of native speakers was terrifying. I wanted to stay home and hide in my bed. But David promised to stay by my side the whole time. When I arrived at the party, the house was full of loud voices and music. David introduced me to his friends. They were all very friendly and welcoming. They asked me simple questions about my job and my hobbies. Because David was there, I felt safe. I took a deep breath and answered their questions. I even told a small joke, and they laughed. It was a wonderful feeling. That party showed me that I was ready to speak with the real world. I was not just a student anymore. After the party, I felt like a completely new person. I wanted to talk to everyone I met. I started speaking to the bus driver in the morning. I said hello to my neighbors in the hallway. I even called a restaurant on the telephone to order a pizza. Talking on the telephone is very hard because you cannot see the person's face. But I remembered David's advice. He always told me to speak slowly and loudly. I ordered my pizza without any problems. When the pizza arrived, I felt like I won a gold medal. All of these small victories were possible because of the foundation David helped me build. He built my confidence brick by brick. He showed me that the world is full of kind people who want to understand you. You just have to be brave enough to open your mouth and try. My friend unlocked a whole new world for me. We also created a fun game to play when we were bored. We called it the description game. We sat on a bench in the park and watched people walk by. David picked a person, and I had to describe them using as many adjectives as possible. I said, "The man is wearing a big blue hat and shiny black shoes. He is walking a small brown dog." Then it was my turn to pick a person for David to describe. This simple game was incredibly helpful for my vocabulary. It trained my brain to find the right words very quickly. I learned how to describe clothes, colors, sizes, and actions. We laughed so much when we made funny descriptions. Games are a fantastic way to learn because you do not feel any pressure. You are just having fun with your friend. I highly recommend playing language games with your speaking partner. It makes learning a joyful experience. Sometimes, I felt very tired and sad. Learning a new language is a very long journey. There were days when I felt like I was not improving at all. I made the same mistakes again and again. I wanted to give up and stop trying. On those dark days, David was my biggest cheerleader. He reminded me of how far I had come. He reminded me of the first day we met at the coffee shop, when I could only say yes or no. He showed me the text messages from months ago to prove how much my writing had improved. He told me that progress is not always a straight line. Sometimes you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. His encouragement kept me going. A good friend provides emotional support, which is just as important as grammar rules. David believed in me when I did not believe in myself. That is true friendship. Today, I can speak fluently and confidently. I can travel to new countries, make new friends, and share my ideas with the world. I do not feel fear when I open my mouth. I feel excitement and joy. I owe all of my success to David, the friend who helped me learn English. He gave me his time, his patience, and his kindness. He showed me that language is not just words on a page. Language is connection. Language is sharing your life with another human being. If you are listening to this and you are struggling, please go out and find a language partner. Find someone who will drink hot tea with you, read funny stories with you, and laugh at your mistakes. You do not have to do this alone. A friend will make the journey faster, easier, and much more beautiful. Open your heart and let someone help you speak. Finding a friend to practice with is the best decision you will ever make. You can look for a partner online, in a local class, or even at a coffee shop like I did. When you find someone, remember to be kind to yourself. Do not worry about being perfect. Focus on being understood. Celebrate your small victories, like ordering a pizza or sending a text message. Play games, listen to music, and go to the supermarket together. Make the language a living part of your daily routine. Let your friend guide you and support you. And one day, you will look back and realize that you are no longer afraid. You will realize that you are speaking freely and naturally. The friend who helps you learn will change your life forever. So take a deep breath, step out of your room, and start your own beautiful journey today. Today, we talked about the beautiful story of the friend who helped me learn English. We learned that studying alone in a room is not enough. You must find a partner to practice speaking. We talked about reading children's books, listening to music, and sending daily text messages to improve your skills. We also learned that making mistakes with a kind friend builds your confidence. Playing games in the park and going to the supermarket are fun ways to use new words in real life. Most importantly, we learned that a good friend gives you the courage to speak without fear. Next time, we will talk about how to think in a new language without translating in your head. It will be a very exciting episode. Please subscribe to the English Flow podcast on YouTube and follow our social media pages. Share this episode with your friends and keep practicing every day.